Hey guys, it's Alexis, and today I will be doing a Q&A part 2. I also will be discussing the pumpkin spice buzzball allegations, the conversation I had with ALR's former roommate Eric, and the highly scandalous 2024 Cookie Gate. Today I come bearing answers, screenshots, and enough hot orange chicken from Panda Express to feed all of Oklahoma City. Okay, so the first question is, how did y'all meet and become friends? When did your friendship start? So when Amberlynn and Jade ended their relationship, I was also going through a breakup that had happened maybe like 2 weeks after they broke up. And you guys are going to come for me when I tell you this, but quite frankly, I deserve it. Speaking of, shout out to FBI Frank. So anyways, yes, I did reach out to Amberlynn via Instagram, and it may have been a romantical situation type deal. But after talking for a couple weeks, I was able to very quickly assess that I could not be in a long-term romantic relationship with Amber. So we decided to be friends. And just for reference, this all took place in July of 2023. So after I had assessed that Amberlynn and I would not do well as partners, my ex-girlfriend and I had decided that we were going to try to make things work, especially because we were still in a lease together for another month. And when I kind of broke things off with Amber, to try to rekindle my relationship with my ex-girlfriend, you can bet your bottom dollar she was super mad. So I guess technically you could say I was the first girl Amberlynn talked to after her relationship with Jade had ended. I know, but please don't cancel me for this. I can literally explain. The reason that I even messaged Amberlynn in the first place is because, well, honestly, I was a viewer and I really didn't think she was going to respond to me. And then I was so starstruck after she messaged me back that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to her. I had been watching Amberlynn since like maybe 2018. And when I first started watching her initially, I don't know, she kind of inspired me. As someone who is also a plus-sized woman, I just really love to see her representation on a public platform. And she also checked off another one of my boxes because she was representing the LGBTQ plus community. But anyways, so we decided to remain friends, and we have been pretty close ever since, up until I made a decision and I set a boundary that if she's going to stay with Emily/Tommy, I'm not going to be her friend. And now it's really too late to ever be able to turn around and go back. I mean, it's gone too far. But honestly, I don't really need any more friends in my life who don't value me. A part of my journey and becoming a better version of myself and being true to me, I don't really need any more people in my life who don't have my best interests at heart. And especially someone that doesn't share the same values and morals that I have. The next topic I would like to discuss is the infamous crumble cookie gate of 2024. This comment talks about Oh Lordy, It's Shorty's live stream and how I had made a comment in his live stream saying that my thumbnail was a clip from a video that Amberlynn had personally sent me. The video starts off by her basically saying, okay, babe, like, this is a video just for you. And this was made for Erica, her former partner, aka Valentine. And the video initially starts out with her clothed and just kind of like eating the cookie and reviewing it. And then it very quickly turns into her shirtless, still with a bra on, but her shirtless, and kind of getting like a little crazy, like having a little crazy moment with the crumble cookie. There is a portion of the video where Amberlynn is shirtless and essentially just kind of like groping herself. Shirt off, bra off, cookie down. It was kind of a cinematic masterpiece, I'm not gonna lie to you, but disturbing nonetheless. And when she sent me this video, she literally made me FaceTime her to see my reaction and then proceeded to ask me if I liked it. And this all happened, mind you, on July 31st. So very much while she was still supposedly so in love with Emily/Tommy. So in love, but still sending essentially soft to your best friend. Unsolicited, because I did not and would not ask for that. The next moment I would like to talk about is the fact that Amberlynn's former roommate Eric messaged me on TikTok. Now, I'm not sure on specific dates, but Eric and Ricky did recently come to visit her, I believe within the last like 3 months, 4 months. But again, this is an example of another friend on the back burner because she is in a relationship again. Now, I personally never really kept up with the content that included Eric and Ricky. I just didn't find it to be very interesting. So I don't really necessarily know the nature of their relationship per se. But from my point of view, these are just 2 more puppets in Amberlynn's puppet show that she can just pick up and set back down at her leisure. Now, I do understand that this could have been a setup. Like, since I have Amberlynn and Emily blocked on all of my socials, I could see maybe Amberlynn reaching out to him to reach out to me. But one thing about me is I don't say things behind people's backs that I wouldn't say to their face. I also just want to point out that I have a typo in the text that says, after the comment was named, she's intolerable to me. I meant to say after that comment was made, but I am clearly illiterate. But I was also at work, so whatever. I wasn't really proofreading. Also, I'm sorry if I'm not giving you enough time to read the messages. So just go ahead and pause the video if you need to have more time to read it. I just got to keep the ball rolling because I have a couple other things that I want to talk about in this video. Also, message for Amber. If you move here and the inevitable happens, do not call me. I am not going to be your knight in shining armor, and I'm not going to come save you. So I strongly urge you to not move here if you are not 100 billion% completely sure that Emily/Tommy is not going to f you over. So this is the last screenshot and where the conversation ends for now. And I'm sorry there's not like a whole lot of like piping hot tea in this conversation, but I had mentioned that he reached out in my last video, so I felt like it was only right for me to show you guys what was said. So now I want to get into the infamous pumpkin spice buzzball conversation between Amber and I. Now, this conversation took place Saturday night after Amber and I spoke on her now deleted live stream. And after that live stream, I had gone to a concert. And while I was there, we were texting back and forth. And I thought maybe we could hash things out and maybe reconcile. But this is where she started demanding a public apology from me to both her and Emily. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again, Amber. You and Emily can kiss my And you are absolutely brain dead if you think that I'm going to apologize, let alone publicly apologize to your girlfriend. Womp womp. And once again, she is playing the part of victim Lynn and basically telling me how awful I am and how embarrassed she is and how I'm so awful and triggering her BPD. I know, Amber, I'm so terrible. I have been an absolutely awful friend to you while I have been sitting here publicly defending you for the last year and trying to help you cover your tracks because you lie all the time and you can't keep any of your stories straight. I sat here willing to tarnish my reputation for you while getting doxxed, while having to quit my main job because of said doxing. Meanwhile, you're cashing in on our friendship and people ostracizing me. So once again, she makes a demand that I step outside from the concert that I was already 2 hours late to attempt to understand Emily's perspective. Our relationship was never reciprocal in the regards of me putting my life on hold for her versus her putting her life on hold for me. And this confirms my feelings of how I always felt like her problems and her life was more important than mine. So I stepped outside to listen to her parrot the same bullshit I've been hearing for the last week. Like, I don't care about Emily's point of view. I already told you I'm not changing my mind. And with every day that passes, I like her even less. And I feel like I am genuinely being nice in this situation because I know enough about Emily to completely ruin what's left of her life. But as I've mentioned before, Tommy is a mother, and I know that doesn't come first to her, but in my opinion, a child's life and a child's well-being is top priority to me. And speaking on this, I received a DM from Emily's daughter's father's girlfriend who has expressed very strong concern for the well-being of Emily's child. She has personally asked me to not dox her or leak the conversation, and for now I'm going to respect that. The last thing that I'm going to get into is the fact that today my partner made a comment on Amber Lynn's TikTok or Instagram or whatever, basically expressing support. Now, I have only been with my ex-partner, Chrissy, for like 2 months. It's a long-distance relationship, and we haven't met in person, so I'm kind of glad this is all coming out now. And they claim that they didn't really know who Amber Lynn was initially, but I'm starting to feel like that is a lie. One thing about me is, as my partner, you are not going to make me look stupid. And you are not going to support me in private and then publicly embarrass me. And you guys want to talk about clout chasing? This right here is a clout chaser. And for the last couple days, they have already been extremely combative towards me because I'm so obsessed with this Amber Lynn drama. And I don't care about my real life anymore. So I was sick of the backlash and I broke up with them. And honestly, Chrissy, you deserve whatever doxing happens to you at this point. So you and Amber Lynn and Emily can sit on a 3-way FaceTime call and yap it up about me. Because the most interesting link doesn't want anything to do with any of you anymore. For you to be so incredibly butthurt about Amber Lynn sending me the explicit content that she recently sent me, and then turning around and showing support, you're irrelevant. And you're fake. And I don't really care. And you're not going to gain any social leverage from this situation. I hope you know that. So with that being said, I'm single now. And maybe this was a blessing in disguise. The last thing I want to say is I just want to thank you guys so incredibly much for how much support you guys have been showing me. I was honestly really scared and really skeptical, and I wasn't sure if what I had to say was going to be received well with you guys. but I am so glad that I decided to come out with everything and share my point of view. This entire situation has been really hard, losing my best friend and now my partner. And all of the overwhelming support is really keeping me from crying in the club. I will be releasing a Q&A part 3, probably later tonight slash tomorrow morning. And I will be answering some more questions that I received on my TikTok. If you like this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Bye, guys.